all today. Door dashing done, check. Gas and vehicle, check. Food bank pickup, check. I pick up food for the food bank on Thursdays. What else? 6 mile run? 6 miles or 5 miles? I don't know. It might have been 5 mile run. I think it's 6 mile run. I think I'm gonna take credit for 6, even if it wasn't. According to this, my body battery is at 19% though. So if I keel over, if I pass out and go to sleep, you'll know why. See, let's see, what did I do? 4 activities this week. Today I did, it was kind of warm today. Oh, almost 7 miles. That was a good run. Wow, that's actually way more, that's way more miles than I thought. See what else we got here. 72, last 4 hours. My resting heart rate, average, 7-day average resting heart rate, 46. Guess that's not too bad. Crazy. But, yeah. How's it going there, bot? Is that you? Are you there? I don't know, because it's just at the top. I think yesterday you said 100% when you signed on. I just looked up and boom, there's Bob. So how's it going, man? All right, so I'm still working the Docker thing. Still trying to get all my Docker builds. I finally got Dev working. So I've got Dev up. Let's put it that way. Dev is now officially running. All of my Dev environments have triggered and they're fired, and all of my data supposedly loaded. System init shouldn't run at all. It only runs until it gets all the data in there, and then it shuts off, because it's basically just kind of builds and kind of seeds my application. So that's good. I've got AMG core going. I've got my core. These are my core services. And then I've got FTZF test, which is the one that says everything's running, but it kind of failed. So I have to go and dump FTZF test. So I have to rerun FTZF test because things kind of blew up on that one. So, but we're close. Test is getting really close to being there. Always great. Always great. Even I'm not always great. But I'm pretty great most of the time. Pretty good most of the time. But not always great. Everybody's got their down moments, right? All right, so I got to kill the volume, which I think I only have to kill this one. This is a weird thing I haven't been able to figure out why it happens, is this, it creates these second volumes, and I tried all kinds of things to prevent it. It creates these 0 byte second volumes, and the thing is, these are my, what I call it, my, what do you call it? Consistent volumes, the fixed volumes. In other words, if I update the application, it won't replace these databases unless I tell it to, unless I do something that says, hey, we got to rebuild these. And I will rebuild them pretty regularly right now. But for now, I can do simple things. Like if I update just various services, there's no reason to change my database. If I need to rebuild a singular table, I can dump tables and have it rebuild that table. Things will just process and build those. Anyway, so let's see what happens if I run this again. It should try to rebuild my database. There's nothing. Oh, wait a minute. Actually, that might be okay. I don't think I actually put anything in. Oh, yep, I did. Shoot. No, it's gonna fail. Boo me. I didn't import plays. Plays is kind of needed because it'll fix an issue that I was running into. So yeah, I want to fix this. Okay, fix issue with empty. I don't even know if I need this folder. I probably should have just got rid of it. That would have fixed it even easier. But now I got to redo it. Oh, oh, I gotta redo it. I'm ready to get back into the to the actual work. The Docker stuff is extremely important because I'm at that stage where I'm starting to push things out to other environments, and I need to get everything up and running. What I wanted to do next, which is still dealing a little bit with the environment setups, is I need to start making my app be able to access these environments. So in other words, basically I'm changing the gateway that I call. And I need to be able to pass in the gateway call. Should be easy enough. So basically I'm going to have it give me what I'm going to do is I'm going to put like a little slider on my app just for development that lets me swap between my various environments locally. I may even let Bezzy create it because I don't want to do it. I mean, I could do it, but I don't want to do it. Docker Scout, what is all this stuff? Pulling, blah, blah, blah. View a summary of image vulnerabilities and recommendations. Docker Scout, quick view, blah, 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 team test pulling from, blah, 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 status, images up to date, which is fine. I'm trying to get it to stop pulling images. I don't know why it goes through so much stuff, though. I guess it has to compare. It takes a long time. It's a lot faster to pull. When you do a pull that's fresh. Oh, talking about my son. She's fine. He's not here. He's at work. Unity takes so long to start up. I'm letting this run because I need to let... oh, you know what? That might actually be hindering me. Letting this run. Oh, gotta click on this. That's not what's hindering me. It's the fact that this is in my way that's hindering me. I haven't eaten today. I went and ran 6 miles this morning. 7 miles, I guess. 6.9 is what it said. I didn't realize it took so long. I got rid of it. I thought I'd give it a try again. See, notice my I don't know if you can't see it, but my FPS drops quite a bit when I'm using this though. And you can see every now and then I get a little choppy. It just chugs. Mostly when I start getting Unity going, and then on top of it, I've got this other stuff going. Unity already sucks up a lot of the resources of my app. And this is a problem. My computer is being put to the test. It's always on the verge of crying. when I'm both streaming and doing Unity work, my system can kind of get a little. I probably should close AMG Core. I don't need this. That might buy me a little bit of time, a little bit of juice. What are we at? Oh, I'm at 31 of 31.8. This is going to melt me down. This is, it's killing me. It's killing my app. I don't know what I can do. I'm going to close some stuff, see if there's any hope of recovering any of this. It's not good here. What else? What can I do? Close this one. And I can't kill Docker, but Docker is probably using up memory too. I could probably shut down individual parts and just start them when I need it. Let's do that. Let's see if this gives me any memory back. I don't know what shutting down Docker parts does as far as giving me any memory back, but we'll find out. Let's see. Let's stop prod. I don't need that right now. I haven't gotten to prod. And I'm testing test right now, and I need dev. Dev is the one I'm going to be working on most of the time, but I got to finish testing test. Did that give me anything back? It's not even stopped. Hello? You going to stop or what? Is it thinking about it? The container memory, I don't know if that's let's try this again. Oh, it stopped. Oh, these guys are stopped. Is it still thinking of stopping? Let's see what happens if I stop that one. All right. All right, so those are all stopped. Did that give me any memory back? Not really. I didn't do much. So I don't know. I don't know where I'm going to get memory. The thing is, memory doesn't have a... I don't think... does processes tell you what's using up memory? Memory. Okay, so let's see. What's my biggest memory hog right now? Whizzle. That's using 4 gigabytes right there. I think this one is Docker. I think Docker is the one killing me. I don't know how you do that, or I don't know how you run anything at 144p. Are you sure it ain't 1440p? I don't think 144 is 144 a thing. That's like 6. So you're like running at this. What is the point of something that's small? What kind of device are you running on? You watching me on a watch? Are you doing this on a watch? All right, what's next? Visual Studio is doing 2 gigs. Phone. Oh, phone is using 3 gigs. Oh, I should shut that off. I didn't realize that took up so much. Does that get me some memory back? All right, let's turn off. I turned off phone link. That's 3 gigs. It should be giving me some memory back, right? Well, I closed it. It's thinking about it. I think that's what this swirly thing is it's... All right, let's turn this off, man. I don't know why it's even still thinking I'm going, but let's kill that. I know. My face hair. Face hair. Did you mention face hair? Are you talking about Rishla? I'm slowly growing back my goatee again. I shaved it off for a few weeks. I don't know. I just like to mess around with doing different kinds of facial hair. I hate to admit it, but I'm getting a tiny bit gray. So, tiny bit. 50-50 now. And so I'm kind of hesitant to grow too much facial hair because then I start looking older and people don't want to watch an old guy. So I figure I can pretend like I'm in my 30s if because I think I look reasonably in my 30s or early 40s when I've got no gray showing. I think it's reasonable to say, but once you start showing all that gray, it's not it's kind of goes downhill from there. All right, so let's see, did I get anything back? I'm trying to claim some memory back. Okay, so that got me a few of my memories things back. What else have I got sucking up memory? What else I've got that's sucking up memory that I can do anything about? I can't do anything about FTZF. I need that. That's my app, man. I got to run that. Claude Code takes up 2 gigs. Holy moly. Actually, I don't know if it's Claude Code or just VS Code. It's probably just VS Code that's taken up. Yeah, that's just one of the things I've got going. But 2 gigs of VS Code. And then Unity taking up another 2 gigs. Docker taking up 4 gigs. Yikes. I don't know what the difference is. I think this is Docker, but so is this. That's only 400. Then I got a lot of little miscellaneous. See, and then NVIDIA Broadcast is taking up 250 megs. I mean, then you just got all these things taking up little tiny, tiny amounts of anti-malware service. Docker desktop backend. I got, why do I have Docker desktop backend? Why do I have so many of these? Contains Docker desktop. Why do I have 4 different Docker desktops? I don't know. That's weird. Is it one for each of the thing that's running? Gopals. This has to do with VS Code. WebView. What is WebView? Oh. That's Bezzy. It's Bezzy stuff. And that's taking up 194. So there's not a whole lot to get rid of. I can stop my Steam client. That'll buy me 136 megs. When you're starting to try to deal back with megs, it doesn't really happen. But getting my memory back down to, 26, 27 is better. I wish I had 64. I really, 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 really wish I had 64. I don't know if I don't think there's a way to extend it though. Let's see. Is it possible? Is it even conceivable? Can a Surface Pro 8 32 gigabyte be expanded to 64? Is memory inaccessible? Hey, they gave us the Statue of Liberty, man. You can't hate the French. Although they can sure come off as kind of at least in TV they can come off as a little snotty. But I don't think that's all French. That's just the ones on TV. I hope. I mean, the German Empire, the French were always wusses in the war, right? I mean, they were always like the first ones to go. Bam. Each time Germany attacked, whack, the French were done. French lasted like 5 minutes in the war, and then it was on to everybody else. They're like, where should we go first? Well, the French are always easy. Let's go down there and take them out. It's all right. Let's go French. Whatever. Yeah, I may have to get my next Surface Pro 10 can go up to 64 gigabytes. I mean, they're on like Surface Pro 12 now. I didn't even know 10 was still I didn't even know Surface Pro 10 was still a thing. Oh, they still only 632. Oh, whatever. Surface laptop is probably what I'll end up getting when I upgrade again, when I'm suddenly not poor. Because I don't know. I just hit the memory limit too far. I need to hit 64. I like games that's actually one of the games on my design. I designed a game. It's on the docket for being my next game I develop. I've got 2 other games in development though, so it might not, because it takes a lot more graphic stuff, which I know so little about. I don't know if I could actually create a game that requires cool graphics. All those pixel characters that people create, I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know if I want to do pixel art. I'd like to do like an animation art, but I don't know if I want to do pixel art. But anyway, it's called insert. And it may have to change it. It's called In Service of the King. And what it is it's a fantasy right now game. I say right now because who knows, I might change. Thematically doesn't matter what it is. The idea is that you've got a group of adventurers, which is fantasy, right? Maybe I'll have to change. I have a design of a board game I created that wasn't fantasy designed. It was actually Christian designed. Yes, it's an RPG that's like you're a bunch of people during a kind of like during it's I don't know if you ever heard the book series called I think was it Revelations? Was that the name of the series? Oh no, it's Left Behind, the Left Behind series. And it was supposed to be kind of set in that time frame where you're a bunch of people but the thing is you all get certain abilities based on your character type that are basically imbuements from God, and your actions and abilities are all based on your own personal or those characters' own connection to God. So, like it's kind of like think of one guy could be like Samson, right? God gave him strength and beyond all things, he was a fighter basically. And then you've got guys like Samuel who were able to do they were prophets and they could tell the future and do whatever. Now I'm going to have a lot more abilities than a lot of the biblical characters did because you got to give the game enough theme. But basically I had like 5 or 6 different types of characters that were created. The idea behind this is that it's a AFK game, but it basically runs off notifications so that you could actually run it, and these characters go about doing their adventuring through whatever they're doing. They're fighting things and encountering different things, but they'll keep having they might encounter new people that can join them. They might encounter new things they can't beat, or they may need stuff, and they basically would send signals to you as the king, and you would you could log into the game and you can give them answers to their questions, basically tell them what to do, or you can give them money, which is basically give up their budget, adjust their budget so that they can buy things, help answer how do you want to do. Do you want to have certain groups join them? Do you want to start a backup group that can be there to support them? Maybe they meet 10 guys and you're only sending 4 at a time. 4 of them sit back, but maybe something happens to those 4. So you got to have another group go out and rescue them, or, different things. So the idea was that it would be an AFK game that just kind of runs and you're watching them progress, and you'll be able to inject your own little control elements kind of at will. There might be things like maybe they're struggling with certain things and they're getting really slow and you need to do something to adjust. Each character will have adjustabilities, so you can tweak on whether or not one guy does this more or that more. And so this way, when they're out there performing, they can tweak on how money is spent, and you're just constantly adjusting and sending them your commands on what to do next. And maybe they encounter new items and stuff that they need to identify. So you basically get to control all that, and then the game kind of progresses based on everything that you kind of keep monitoring along the way. So, and it'll send notifications. Your party is camping for the night, or your party has encountered so and so, the blah 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 bad guy from blah blah blah, because I haven't designed all that, but that kind of thing. And they're struggling. They've had to retreat twice. What do you want to do? So maybe you want to swap out who they get. Maybe they're having trouble with the guy's fire abilities. Maybe you send in someone else. I don't know. that kind of thing. That's kind of how the design structure is supposed to be. So that's kind of how I wanted to create an AFK. I want a true AFK. So many of these AFK games out there, they're not true AFKs. You constantly have to go back and monitor it. I mean, especially early, right? The first few times it's just like you're constantly doing something. And you could be on there for hours doing stuff to try to get them. And then they have these little points. And the way that those AFK games work is they get harder and harder and harder to advance. And it takes longer and longer and longer and longer for them to accomplish anything. So you have to give them AFK. See, they just go run because they can't do anything for a long time. So you're basically just sending them out. Tell me when you have enough to do anything. And when it hits that wall, they stop. The game stops. And you have to come back to the game, make your tweaks, and then send them back out. I don't want to have the game do that. I want it to let you know when things are going on. Maybe it might slow down. Maybe they're not being able to be as progressive because they can't move past certain things. They need you to make adjustments. Maybe you say so-and-so has gained enough experience to level up. We'll continue on until you're able to come in and train him. So you would come in and decide what he would do when you're able to do it, but it doesn't stop them from going on. So anyway, that's my, that's a game I haven't built yet, but that's like on the docket for being one of the next games in my list. So I got like, so my app is on Unity, takes 3 gigs. I think this is Docker, vmem Whizzle. Yeah, it's a virtual system for Docker. And then I got actual Docker, which is down here. Apparently I got a couple of those running. So yeah. All right, let's see if I can run this now. This should, let's go to Docker. I'm still dropping a lot of frames. I still think a lot of it has to do with NVIDIA. I blame NVIDIA broadcast. But I don't know. Maybe it's not NVIDIA broadcast. Maybe it's just me. Docker is a big hit though. I saved a lot of memory from going over. What do I have it at now? It's at 27. I have 4 whole gigs available. But you can see I keep dropping down, so I keep ending up in the very I could probably make OBS less of a load by dropping my I think I'm already at running at lower pixel density than I normally do. There's no more. My drink is gone. No, I can do like 4K on this computer, on this monitor, but that's not great for streaming, right? Because it makes it so tiny. To me, it's big because I got a big monitor, but anybody else who's watching this on a normal size view, I'm not talking about 144. That's like, doesn't matter what I'm running at, you're not going to be able to see it. But anybody else who runs it on a normal size view, like a 1080p or something like that, is not going to be able to see a 3K monitors compressed. So I need to learn to start running on a smaller screen for the sake of development. Can you believe it's already Thursday? These weeks go so fast. I mean, the holiday probably sped things up a little bit. There's no doubt about that. But still, it's crazy. Too many. The thing is, this game. You too, man. You have a good one. The thing is about this game is I'm kind of addicted. It's like I'm addicted to the development of this game, not to the game itself, because it's not fully a game. Although it's fun now. I get it on my phone every now and then, and I get to dink around with it. It's not doing much yet. Not until I get the sim running, and then stats start accumulating, and then it'll be fun to start building all that stuff in. But we're not there yet. We're close. All right. So it says here I'm down to 25, so I've got it down a little bit, but that doesn't guarantee that I'm not running low on frame rate, but hopefully it'll be better. So what I need to do is check to see if I got my volumes fixed. I do not. So I have to go to the container. Then I have to go to FTZF test. Find the database, this one. Maybe. It's kind of slow. Dump the database. Go to volumes. Dump the database volume for test. And then everything else would be 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so yeah, we're good. All right, that means I have all that stuff fixed. I don't have anything here. I wish this stuff would group in the same way, but it doesn't, so I'm kind of stuck. Hopefully we're not going to create too many. I don't know how to, I don't think, see the ones I want, gosh, is there no way to do a group of stuff? What if you could do a shift click on this? Oh, you can. Good. That's helpful. I'm going to dump all these test ones. Oh, wait. Wait, I can't do that. 6 hours ago. This timing is weird because I don't think. I mean, I do think, but actually, I'm not sure what's going to happen. I might not be able to dump those. I don't know which ones are in use. I wonder if can I do a, oh wait, I know what I can do. I think there's an option here that says show me the ones that are in use. Oh no, that's only for volumes. Dope. Let's see, what is this one? In use or unused. Unused, let's go with that one. No images unused. What is dangling? I don't know what that means. Huh. All right. Well, I'll leave that because that's good because I'll have to remember I have that on or I'll come back here and go, wait, where's my images? Let's go ahead and run this. Try to start test completely built. And then, assuming everything's still alive and well for most of these images, I don't know why Gateway had to build again. Shouldn't be building everything. It's really only supposed to be building the database. Oh, front end. Why didn't front end build before? I didn't think I changed anything. Okay. My dad's gonna give me some bricks that I was gonna take to fill in the holes that my dog is digging. I figure if I put the brick in the hole and then kind of bury it with a top layer of dirt, she can't dig the hole again. So she'll have to find a new place to dig. I mean, she will too. She'll go, oh, I can't dig here. All right, I'll just scoot over 2 inches and dig to the left or the right. But at least it's keeping her from digging the same hole. Especially when you're putting in fresh fill dirt. Because fresh fill dirt will constantly you know, it'll be soft. It's so easy to dig. So if I can put in something to cover up and protect that fill dirt, but I got to make sure the bricks go in deep enough that when I mow, I'm not actually, you know, there's no risk of me hitting these bricks or rocks or whatever I get. I'm trying to get something that's big enough that she can't move it. That's the idea. You throw it in there, bam, bam, bam. Speaking of, I've got two of them puppies behind me wrestling. They came downstairs to wrestle. It's a toasty day today. We're heading up, like the backyard is 87 degrees, it says. But the front yard is a mere 79. What are we doing here? Still cranking, man. What the heck? Is it doing stuff? Sure taking long. Oh, it is doing stuff, but it's doing it really slow. Really, really, really slow. I didn't even know, why did it download a new image? That's what I want to know. Was I not running the FTZF test? Front end is running already. I don't know why it grabbed that. I mean, that's a lot. Let's see, how big is, when I don't do the node modules, how big is FTZF, the web? The web stuff is, blah, 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 blah. It's only 200, no. It's only supposed to be about 73 megs. But you can see here, it's got 200 meg here. That's a lot. Plus 22, plus 25. That's almost what? Almost. And that's not even counting these ones that are complete. That's only 300 megs. That's way big. Way big, 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 big. Hello. Didn't like what I did, I guess. Ignored me. It's obviously downloading something I don't want. It's too much junk. I shouldn't be downloading all that extra stuff.
I'm gonna go to the Snohomish market.
How are you?
Did you meet your dad or whatever?
No, he I guess he went there already, but he just told me where the bricks are. I can go pick
Oh.
them up when I want. So, but I did go get your gas and
Okay, good.
got a little bit of dashing done, and
Good.
I'll have to go back. Maybe I'll just go back.
It's hot.
Yeah, it was pretty hot outside. Your car is sweaty.
I know. I know. Yeah. So was yours. I was sweating in there.
How you sweat in my car? The cloth never sweats.
Oh, and you returned the protein.
Yes, I did return the protein. Yeah.
If Darlene's bakery is there, do you want anything from the bakery? Like she does the pink cookies, the lemon shortbread.
I don't want a pink cookie, but you know the stuff I like.
Hey, I was gonna eat those.
I could have got 2 bags. I didn't know if you guys wanted to try them or not.
No, they sound good.
The spicy ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look good.
All right. Chocolate's gonna start getting sucky if it hasn't already.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, love you.
Love you too. Anyway, that's taking too long. That should not take this long. Yeah, let's try this. Fix add output standalone to next config.js and update the Docker file to use only the standalone output. This trims node modules to only what's actually needed at runtime. Yes. Let's try that. If I can reduce the size of these images, it would, I mean, I don't know why it's taking that long. I mean, theoretically, 300 megs should take like a minute. But obviously, it's taking way longer than that. I mean, look, I've got 2 things still downloading. They're all big. I mean, but it shouldn't take that long. Even 300 megs. An image that takes 300 plus 300 megs should only take like, I don't know what, a minute? I mean, it doesn't take that long to do 300 megs. That's like 0. That's might as well be 0. But it is. Therefore, I want to reduce it. I don't like anything that makes me wait forever. If I don't have to. I mean, if it's a big app, which, to be fair, it's getting big. I mean, I got 20 overall. I have close to 20 services, and it's possible some of my services may have to break into smaller services because some of them are getting kind of big. But they're also getting pretty revamped. But I think there's certain things that don't exist yet that will just be services. So I could end up with 20 to 30 services. I don't think I'll get to 30, but I could easily get to 25, I think. So I really that's why I put in a lot of things to stop building everything, to only build what's new, only grab what's new if possible. So I stop creating new images when I don't need to. You know, the idea is to kind of get things straightened out. So I stop, so things are efficient when I'm upgrading them. Because a lot of times I might work on one service for a while or 2 services. You know, a lot of times gateway has to be adjusted when I'm working on a service because it's creating new endpoints. But still, I mean, if I'm working on 1 or 2 or 3 services, I don't want to update all 20, right? I only want to update the others. I've already got GitHub only building new images for those things that already exist. So this is going to take a long time, sucky. So I don't know. I may have to stop it because it's already. I'm not sure what did this build? gRPC Gateway. What did we change on gRPC Gateway? I don't remember changing anything for the gateway. Huh. But I mean, I guess if those are the only two things that build, it's not that bad. But I'm at 111. That's still really slow. Still really, 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 really slow. Does this show me a total of how big? So my entire test environment is 200, I don't know, 258 megabytes. It's not bad, I guess. And that's just the services and back. And then dev is 495. That's because it built the data. I don't think test has built the data yet. So there's no database yet. So yeah, I got to build that. So 500 megs, 500 megs per environment is about what we're looking at right now. And yes, it'll probably get bigger. And that's not even counting the fact that I've actually got another 240, 270 megs worth of back-end stuff or core services running. So yeah, that's quite the thing. All right, so I think while this is doing this, there's no reason for me not to be working on the next thing. There's no reason for me to be not doing more work. I'm just watching. I tend to get caught up watching stuff, and that's it's not necessarily great. You're gonna have to let me know if my frame rate is getting too crappy. Look, it's dropped to 4. It's at 15 right now, but maybe I can reclaim a little bit of my my resources. See, this is gonna be a problem. I think it's because it's doing stuff. I'm hoping that's all it is. I'm gonna stop this one. I know it's 183, but I'm just gonna end up rebuilding again. But I'm wondering if I now, yeah, that's going to switched command from npm start to npm server.js, the standalone entry point. This should drop the image from 300 down to roughly the same as the Go service. The build stage is unchanged, so oh, it downloaded it all. Now it's extracting it all. Yeah. I gotta check in the Docker file. All right, so let's go ahead, check this in. Now the web UI in this app is, right now it's just an admin site. It was intended to be a second form or a third form of the app, where I was going to have Unity and a web version. Now the web version was going to be a little dumbed down because you can't do the same graphics on the web as you can on a graphics engine. But it was going to be similar. You're going to be able to do a lot of stuff. And there's no reason why some of that stuff, a lot of it is data driven, and you could do some of it on a web UI. But it's just multiple design layers, right? I got to go in one, make sure it works, and build the other, make sure it works. And I'm just going back and forth, building up all the parts. And I kind of had a lot of parts working, but I built so much. I got so far into the Unity end of things that it really branched quite a bit because it's basically two code bases. One's the UI is being written in two different code bases. One's in React and one's in Unity C Sharp. And there's only so much you can do on the Unity or on the web side. And I just decided, you know what? It's not as cool. And it's gonna take longer to develop both sides. So I decided that the web part is gonna be my my admin site. So I've been creating a lot of admin pages that will allow me to tweak, adjust, balance the game at various points. Like if I'm seeing some problems, I could tweak. Most of the variables that I use for balancing and adjusting the game right now are set up as system variables that I can edit through a UI, through admin. Because for that very reason, I don't want fixed values balancing things within my code, which would require me to keep changing my code and rebuilding and tweaking. I can adjust all those variables, all those balancing factors just live. I go, all right, this is causing a problem, you know. We're getting way too low a percentage of receptions or way too high a percentage of receptions. You know, guys are catching everything, even the bad players, you know, whatever it's doing is not realistic. So I can tweak the balancing adjustments that go up against things like catch rates and defense rates and, you know, passing accuracy, all those things. I can make tweaks to try to get those things in line with reality. That's the goal, right? I'm trying to be kind of close to reality. And so I'm hoping that once I get all those things kind of in place, when you see things happening, it's because that's what's realistic, right? You got the best receiver, he's still going to drop some balls. They're not going to all be Larry Fitzgerald, who only dropped, what, 10 balls in his career? Probably a little more than that. But he had one of, if not the top one or two greatest reception percentages of balls targeting him of any player in NFL history. I mean, the guy was like glue. I mean, you threw a ball to him. If he could reach it, it was caught. That's how reliable Larry Fitzgerald was. He was amazing. And there's probably a couple guys in history that were in his ballpark, but it's kind of crazy how good he actually was. And every time a guy like him or Barry Sanders or Drew Brees leave the league, you're like, man, we lost a great player. Jerry Rice was great receiver, right? And most people would put Larry Fitzgerald in the top 10, I think, of all receivers of all time. But, you know, everybody says Jerry Rice is the highest. And there's a lot of great receivers in the history of time. I'm trying to see what's going on here. Why is it downloading a bunch of these images? It shouldn't be downloading all these. Oh, I know what it is. Never mind. Hey, Chun, how you doing, man? Chun or Chen? I don't know if your U is silent or is it Cheun? Is it Cheun or is it just Chun? I don't know. Sorry, I don't want to mess up your name, but I think I messed it up. So, my apologies. Hopefully, I'm not too. I can see that my frame rate is down. It's dropping consistently. I have too much going on in my memory. I'm trying to figure it out. The fact is, I just run too much crap. My Surface Pro is struggling heartily to keep up. I know what the problem is. It's running these because I deleted them all. I don't know why I did. I was going to let it rebuild them all, but it really didn't have to. I could have just rebuilt the things I wanted to. So that's my bad. I got to let it rebuild test. Suck. I need to get some memory back, though. I don't know what to do. I'm not sure how to... I guess I could... Will I get any back if I stop dev? If I stop dev, will it come back? I don't know if I can get much back. Oh, is it still oh no, I don't think it's still doing anything. I just think it's not refreshed. Is that still going? Oh, I just checked that in? Sheesh. Why is it taking so long? 17 of 18. Some of these built in like a minute. I still feel like it's building them all again. Why did it do that? Oh, I'm looking at a different screen. Sorry, I'm looking at my Docker. It shouldn't have built them all again because I know I didn't change them all. I don't know why it's taking. I mean, it finished, but it took 5 minutes. I feel like it shouldn't have. It doesn't say whether or not. Let's see what build input. Unless it's because it changed the Docker image. Huh. Maybe it's because I changed the Docker image, the Docker file. We'll have to see the next time I do a change. It shouldn't be upgrading all these. It should have skipped most of them, if not all of them. All but like 2 of them. Just changing the Docker file results in GitHub failing the detect changes all services. Looks like after I get test built, I got to shut it down just because it's taking up too much freaking space or memory, I think. And I think it's blowing up my my frame rate. Oh, Okay. Says that when database.go changes. What did we change to database.go? I don't know. It says we edited it, but I'll have to keep an eye on changes to database.go. I mean, it only takes 5 minutes to build it. It's not like the end of the world. But still. It's like, look how long some of these take to build. I don't know why. It feels really slow, and I think it's because my memory is crapped right now. Crapped. Capped. Messed up. Unhappy. Plummeting helplessly out of control. Because this usually goes really fast if I've got, 15 or 20 megs of memory. And I do not. This is why I want to get a publisher to back my game. But I got to get it to a point where they might consider it. Because right now, it's not there. I need to have a demo. Until I have a demo, I can't expect much. Because I just don't have, my computer can't handle this. It's too much. I have too much going on. The other option is to start running Docker on a different machine, but I don't really have a good backup machine. I have a machine that's 15 years old over here. I don't know if it could handle, I think it's got 32 gigs of memory too. It's not much better. Let's see if I can get to system info on here. I don't have a keyboard attached to this other computer. It is what's hosting like several of my backup file or backup drives and stuff, but we can't do okay. Storage, advanced. How about enable end task. Terminal for developers. Mode, device portal, device discovery. Nope. Put this one. Your info. It's supposed to be under system, but I don't see. This computer is really slow too, but I figure maybe if it's a memory thing, I can offload some memory intensive items and start deploying like Docker and stuff to this other app. I don't know what kind of CPU usage Docker takes. If it doesn't take much CPU usage and it's just a memory problem, I mean, I'm sitting at 28, but it's still, I'm hovering at 3 gigabytes. And if it's just a memory problem, maybe if I can deploy. I mean, because it's got space, that's not an issue. And it would be a good test that I could run over the network or whatever. But how much CPU is any of this stuff taking? So yeah, if I took this out, I mean, it's not taking a ton of CPU processing. Most of this, it's killing my brain watching it do this. But it would get me back about 6 gigabytes of memory. And it looks like it might even get me about 20% processor power back, which might save my, if I can get VMML, which I think is Docker, off this computer, it looks like it could save me 15 to 20% of my CPU usage, which is what's killing my frame rate. VMML is VMML Fizzle a Docker process. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, related Docker, but it's not a Docker process. It is. Yeah, I may have to look at updating Docker on here. If I can offload Docker to this other machine, and hopefully it won't suck performance-wise. I don't have a ton of performance stuff that it has to do, but I'm thinking if I can get it offloaded here. I was do I? How do I do that? Huh. So that's what I'm thinking. Maybe that's my primary issue. Yeah, it's got 32 gigs, but I think this thing's 32 gigs is pretty much fully available because it's just not doing anything right now. Yeah, it's running at 6.5 gigabytes of its memory. So I could hand all that off to Docker. Docker will probably run it up to... I'm only using 3% of my CPU on this computer, even though it's as crappy as it is. And 6.5 of 32 gigabytes of memory. So, yeah, I think I might have to try to offload to Docker, which means I probably have to upgrade. I have to upgrade Docker. Because it was asking me to update. I'm going, nah, who needs that? I don't need none of that stinking Docker upgrades. What am I going to do with that? It's like, well, apparently I'm going to need it. I did. Back in January of last year, I actually had it running on this computer. That was because my computer had gone belly up. Well, okay, it didn't go belly up, but it was, the fan was dying. It's still dying. It's dying again, dying more. I don't know what you want to call it. But I'm all out of warranty now, so I'm kind of screwed. And if that fan dies, I've got a couple of external fans trying to cool my computer, but that's not helping my current problem. All right, that's totally not what I'm looking for. Go away. I want to see my apps. Apps. Why can't I find my apps? It's not going to let me get to my apps by way of developer tools. Oh, here we go. Docker. All right, let's go ahead and put it to the upgrade here. I gotta sign in. Believe. Just trying to get some control so that when I'm streaming and you don't have to watch my head move once every 3 seconds. And I just wouldn't be a stuttery McStuttalot. Stuttery McStuttalot? Ah. I think I use this. Really? Alright, I need an external. Alright, I'm gonna have to either get an outside keyboard or I'm gonna have to figure out how to get my keyboard to show up here. Why it's there. Hello, keyboard. Where's my keyboard? I know there's a way to do this. Sticky keys, mono, live, color. Digital mouse, hearing, interaction, speech, keyboard. It's a pain in the rear to type with a keyboard though. Just hoping. Typing with a mouse sucks. I know, I'm sorry. You're watching me type with a mouse. It's not a fun thing to do. Can't use passkey. Dang it. I'm trying to type. Okay. Trying to type on my keyboard. It's like, no, it's not even attached. Alright, so yeah, now if this is going to do anything for me, I'm going to have to go to volumes and dump everything that's on this. 1 year ago today, I created too many things on here. And they were tiny, itsy bitsy spiders, itsy bitsy things. Now I've got to get all this stuff. And I don't know if it's even going to be better for me, but I'm going to try it. Because if I can get everything, I get Docker over there, I can maybe not have such a crappy interaction going with my Docker stuff running. I don't know. It says it's deleting, but I don't see it deleting anything. It's not making any obvious signs. Oh, there we go. Okay, so containers. This is slow, so that's probably not going to bode well for my... It's not going to bode well for my idea. Because if it takes forever to build it, I don't even know how would I do it. Do I have to open VS Code? Open VS Code, run the command, but do I? Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to do that. I'm going to need to put a keyboard on this computer, though. I really want to get off of Docker on my computer because I think that'll save me. It'll save me a lot. I mean, knocking off 20% of my CPU usage and almost 5 gigabytes of memory. It'll be more than 5 gigabytes probably, which should bring me back down to a more comfortable 20 or so. I think part of the problem is that I'm actually running, that this was running against Docker online instead of local. Okay. Says it's updating, I guess, or it's getting the latest version. So I was using Docker online, but they have a lot more limitations than just using GHCR, which is GitHub's images. So I don't feel like it should be. I don't like that I can't see how much download it's done. That's the problem. It's like it's not telling me where we're at here. Oh, here we go. Download, update. There we go. Apparently I was, the problem was that I wasn't actually clicking the button. All right, update and restart. We'll see if that's any better. Docker desktop allows you to use Kubernetes, and I don't know what, I mean, I know what Kubernetes is. I just don't conceptualize. I mean, I don't totally grok it. No, grok it. I think Gronk is like Rob Gronkowski. I think grok it just means understand it. I don't Rob Gronkowski it. I don't know. Sometimes you want to throw Rob Gronkowski at something because he'll deal with it. By way of smash. Hulk smash. It did pop up a... Alright, so we'll get myself caught up on versions. And then I'll have to figure out how I can deploy there. And I think the only way to do that is to go... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the trick is. Is there a way to download without opening VS Code and running the script? I wonder if it would be as bad if I only... I mean, like, it's only taking 5 gigs of memory. But is that because it's allocating 5 gigs? Do I need 5 gigs on there? I don't know. But look at NVIDIA Broadcast. It's taken 2 gigs. That's a lot. Oh, maybe that's just... Is it because I'm not actually clicked on this? Okay, it's not. It's not that big. It's only 128 megs. 128 megs ain't too bad, but it's that Vimeo 5 gigabytes of stuff that's killing my frame rate because I can't process enough stuff because it's, I mean, I just have too much stuff going on my app. Trying to run Docker and Unity and OBS and VS Code. Every time I try to do anything, right now it's not too bad because I don't think I have anything running. But if I try to run the test download again, it's going to melt. I'm currently sitting at, what, 20, I'm at 25 right now. But it's if I don't do anything. As soon as I start doing anything, it goes up. That's a problem, right? You shouldn't have to worry about actually doing some work. But if I have things running, it goes, nope, we're going to just explode on you. We're gonna make the whole world fall apart. We don't have enough. You're not giving me enough memory to remember what you're doing or to hold what you're doing. Okay, so I've got Docker up on this other computer. I'm curious what what's it using in an empty state. So I'm up to 12 megs or 12 gigs. That still leaves 18, 19 gigs of space. Now that's assuming Docker doesn't try to take even more once I start trying to do anything. But if I check this in and then download the latest version onto my system here, which is probably going to need to update because that's going to take forever. Then I can run those, download get Docker running, move all this stuff over to my other app here. What I'll probably do is have it point to the same image location, which should... Oh, I didn't even think about that. I wonder if I can just point. I wonder if I could just point. If I just point Docker at this app, or at the same containers, because I actually put them on this machine. They're on the shared drives that this machine owns. So if I do that, I'm going to try this. If this works, that could save me some space here. This one. Is that what it's supposed to be? Let's go see what it is over here. Well, if I do this, that means I could open it up, start it over there. Oh, can I not? It's not going to let me use the same one. Well, that's dumb. So I can't start images that already exist on Docker? I can't simply point to the same image list? Let's see what this does. Let's see what the resources are in here. Here, why did it change its location? Huh. That means it's not actually doing what it's supposed to be doing. It was like, I set it. It must have failed, is what it did. I don't know. So we're gonna delete this and let this create a new one. I don't know where. Hopefully this will work. Hey, who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Mike the Mad. How you doing, man? Sup, dude? I'm trying to fix my Docker, my memory situation, because when I'm streaming here, my frame rate drops to crap and I can't do anything. so I'm trying to get Docker, which I've been working on, getting all my Docker, my stuff working in environments, and so I've got the football game services all running in my dev and test environments now. Mostly. Yeah, no, they're all running. And then I've got my services running, but it's taking up 5 gigs of my 32 gigs of memory. So I'm trying to see if I can relocate my my builds over to a different machine, a crappier older machine, but I'm hoping since all it's going to do is run Docker, it won't be too bad. And it'll give me my memory back so that when I'm streaming, it's not garbage. Because right now I'm holding in the 50s, but it keeps dropping down to the 10s. And anytime I start trying to do any real work, boom, I crash. Because Unity takes up a good chunk. OBS takes a big chunk. Visual Studio takes up a big chunk. And so everything's taking a lot of memory, and my poor computer here is crying. So it's it does the trick when I'm not streaming. It's not bad, but I want to be able to stream. I want to be able to get on every now and then and chat and let people know how the game is going. Where are we in the process? Just kind of, jibber jabber with people and let them see how things are happening. Where am I in this process? But I can't do that if every time I speak, see, like right now, it's garbage. You can see it going. I look like a robot. Hello, how are you doing? So, I don't know. Maybe it's buffering, so it's crap on my end, but you're seeing it better. I don't know. You'll have to tell me, but I think it's garbage. My frame rates are dropping. I can see it dropping. So hopefully it's doing something to mitigate the choppiness that I'm seeing. Well, that's good, but nobody wants to. I mean, it gets annoying to watch glitchiness, right? I mean, of course, it's probably more common that people don't even watch, right? They're just like, what a lot of people do when they're putting videos or streamers on, they put it in the background and they just listen. What's going on? This is boring to watch, but the guy says some stuff that's kind of goofy. I am running NVIDIA Broadcast, and yes, NVIDIA Broadcast is a hog. It does. It's actually not the worst thing though. Docker is by far taking the most. It does take a lot of VRAM. That is true. I can't see VRAM on my. I don't think it shows my VRAM. Yeah, I can only see memory on here. Oh, GPU. Let's see what GPU says. Memory, video. Shared memory. GPU memory. I don't know. It says, let's see, what's my GPU memory? I'm barely using any at all, according to this. Of course, that might not be, that might not actually be my external. Maybe it's this one. Oh, this is the one it's using. I think this is it. I mean, it's the one that's busiest. NVIDIA GeForce. Yeah, that's my GeForce. So I'm sitting about half. I'm not doing too much. I'm not beating it up too bad. Let's see. Of how much do I have? It's 4 of 10. Shared GPU memory. It's not much. So that's okay. Yeah, my CPU is always taking a beating. But I think when I get why does it fail? Why are you failing? Don't fail. Why is it? Don't fail. You're being a jerk. I don't know why it can't read to these drives. This is drives right on the machine, man. I'm trying to get my Docker stuff set up on another computer. That could be. And yeah, this is I'm running on a Surface Pro 8. It is the high end. I mean, is at the time it was the top one, but right, we're 3-4 versions back. It's like 3 years ago now, 4 years ago. So it's getting to be kind of old, long in the tooth, and it does take a beating. So what I'm currently hovering about 90% CPU. If I go look at my processes, the things that are taking up the most CPU, look, you can see NVIDIA actually takes quite a bit. It gets up to 11-12%. But this Vimel, this is like this thing's hitting me in all ways, this Vimem. It's 12% of my processor most of the time, and it's 5 gigabytes of memory. So that's why I want to get this off. This is Docker's using it. It is. It's a lot for a tablet. It's even the top of the line. I've got the 2 terabyte, 32 gigabyte. You know, I got the best one, and I love it. It's a great computer, but I give it too much. I give it too much. Once I start adding Unity and OBS and VS Code, and then have 2 or 3 VS Codes, and now I'm adding in Docker, and it's just going, yeah, I can't handle it. It's too much. Stop. I can't do it. But I'm poor, so I'm not buying a new one anytime soon. I'll probably still buy a Microsoft laptop, though. What I'd like to do is, you know, I mean, if in the perfect world, I'd get me a good top of the line, what do you call it? Surface Pro laptop, and rebuild my desktop. I have rebuilt my desktop PC here. Then I think I'd be good to go. The desktop PC would be good for, like, if I want to do gaming, if I want to do, I can have it hosting like my Docker and all that stuff, and hosting things that are just kind of able to keep my computer clear. I'd probably put, thing is, the big thing you want to upgrade right now is memory, and memory is stupid right now. It's like getting 64 gigabytes of memory probably costs like $1,000-something now. I mean, it's insane how expensive memory has gotten. So building a computer right now, this is not the time. You built one last year. That's pretty good, but I'd imagine it was already getting pretty expensive there. Let's see how much these things are running now. Oh, no. Let's go with, what do I want? Memory. Let's go. Or no, not USB. No. Man, what am I looking for here? It's not memory stick. It's memory. DDR5. Let's go DDR5. That is so freaking expensive. I used to think it was a lot when you could get 64 gigs for like $300 or $400. It's double that now. And look at this. What the heck is this guy, man? They're $3,700 for 64 gigs of whatever the heck this is. That's got to be a mega markup. These are good people taking advantage of you. But look at 700, 800. So yeah, we're talking about between 7 and, unless this ATEC is like the greatest thing since sliced bread, I don't understand why it costs so much more. $1,500. But it looks like we're talking about 700 to 800, unless you buy some really amazing stuff. I guess you can get up to 900, but that's so much, man. That is crazy. That's like the cost. I mean, that would probably be the cost of buying the rest of the computer. You could get your motherboard, your video card. Well, okay, maybe not. I guess it depends on the video card. But I have a good gaming video card. And if I got a good laptop and put the good gaming video card on a good built desktop, I don't really need to buy a video card. I have it's a 3000 series. I think it's 3780 or 3075. I don't know. It's something 70. Oh yeah, there you go. 3070. You're going to get a 5060. That's like the latest greatest, man. I've got a 3070 Ti on mine, I think. And it works good. It's no 5060. But 500 ain't bad. That's actually really pretty good, which is amazing because that VRAM itself, you would think would drive that price up higher than that. Why are they so cheap? Because, I mean, my 3070 was, I didn't buy it brand new. I mean, it was already in the 40s, but it was pretty much the best. I bought it on eBay because they were like $1,300. I got it for like $700. Or no, I don't even know if I paid $700. It might have been $600 or something. But still, it was like barely used, whatever. But still, yeah. Well, there's a big jump. It's a big jump when you go up. Oh, maybe that's because the 60. Because 70 is a big jump in price, I think. But still, a 5060 is going to be way better than my 3070 Ti. But I know every 10 is a big jump. Like if you were to get like, what is it, like a 5080 or a, I don't know how big they go. Do they go to 90? I know they go to at least 5080. But those are like the super, super duper high ends. But yeah, I paid quite a bit for mine. I only bought it a couple of years ago, back before I was unemployed. So now I don't buy anything. I would love to upgrade my computer, but I can't. I don't know what. Why does it see? Why does it think I even have a disk image on here? I don't even have a disk image. I don't get it. It's like it created it, but it won't map to it. All right, let's cancel on this for now. Let's. Why does it even think I have an image? I don't have any images. Oh, dude, I have a lot of images. Holy cow, I gotta dump all those. What the heck? Oh, I gotta delete all these images. Those are all old. How many did I have? 122. Holy cow. Ah. Yeah, I figured. They don't do partial numbers. Let's see. Let's see what my 3070 would run now. 3070 Ti. Yeah, it's down to 400. I think I paid 500, 600, something like that. But that was probably 2 years back now. I mean, some of them. That 3070 Ti right there. Oh, that's the OC edition. That's like a stupid edition. It's the overclocked version. Let's see what a 30 or 50 80 costs Ti. Yeah, look at that, man. That's crazy. 5080. If I was to go back to, I thought the 3080 was way overpriced when I bought it. So if I was to go with the current version of the one I bought at the time, it would be 980. And you said you're going for a 60? I don't know. It's kind of like you just, each one is an upgrade, right? Hey, look, you can get it for 354 here. Asus 5060. Oh, it's only 8 gigs though. But it is the OC edition. Here's the 16. So yeah, it's 609 there. But yeah, different versions will be a little bit different. eBay is really not a bad place. If you get a guy who's got a really good rating and he's selling it, you can sometimes save a couple $100. It's not a bad deal. I mean, mine is still running great, and I have not had any problems with it since I bought it. So it's, I'm surprised really that it's not that bad, because memory is so expensive now. I mean, it is only 16 gigs, I get it, but still, I would have thought it would be, it's better than the 70. Well, it's a TI though, right? I mean, the TI is like, I forgot what it stands for, but it's like the next echelon. It's like there's a big difference between the TI. So like, supposedly, so if you're going to match them, you have to match them to the same thing. So you have to go TI to TI. So 70 Ti to 60 Ti or 80 Ti. Yeah, I would imagine. So the absolute best one would technically be a 90 Ti, right? I mean, theoretically, that's like, holy, wokley mokely. This is for people who are just like, I've got so much money, I'm just going to burn a hole through my pocket. Look at that. It's $4,000 for a 590. That's not even a TI. It just shows 590. It just says 590 OC. These are OC editions. Oh, here's a 560 Ti. That one's 574. They don't even have a 590 Ti. It's just OC versions. Still $4,000. Shiminy criminy. 32. That would be nice, wouldn't it? I mean, that's a card that you should not have to, barring that it crashes or dies. That's the kind of card that should run everything you need to for the next 6-7 years minimum. I mean, really, you could get like a 3070 right now is what I got, and it doesn't really have any problems running anything. And I run it as an external graphics card on my Surface Pro. And it still runs good. I can still run pretty much everything. usually it's my Surface Pro that starts to have problems before I have any really graphics problems. You know, my CPU can't handle it or whatever because it's getting behind with too much when I play with games that are too high powered, or you know, too much going on. My processor just can't keep up. But you can get a 24 gigabyte 5080 for a mere $1,300. This is, you know, I think if I had if I was a rough boss, I'd be yelling at myself, dude, get back to work, man. You're not getting anything done. I've been getting work done all week, boss. I've been working offline just so that I can make progress. You can leave me alone for a few minutes while I talk about stuff with my peeps. All right. Just make it quick. You've been online for an hour and 46 minutes. So, okay, so I have no containers, no images, no logs, no volumes. Oh, I still have volumes. Let's dump those too. Okay, so I have no volumes. I have nothing on this Docker thing at all. It should let me make this change now. So we're going to go over to resources. I'm going to change this. I'm going to go back to here. Oh, no, what is that even the thing? I want that. Let that go away. Here. Delete this. And try it again. Oh, nope, 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 nope. Stop that. Don't do that. Gotta. I am making the wrong thing happen. There we go. So yeah. Okay. Apply and restart. I should not have any images to move now. It shouldn't have any trouble. It should be just clean, set the path, we're good to go kind of thing. But I don't know. It's been struggling to get this to. Man, it's like you have to have a boat ton of money. I mean, think about it. Building the ultimate computer right now, get a 590 flagship 32 RAM. What is it? $4,000, whatever stupid thing. That's the OC version, but it might be, you know, 3.9 thousand. And then you get the that, plus you want to get memory, right? At least 64 gigs. People might go overboard and try to get 128. If you were to go 128 gigs, usually you get about 4 slots, which means you're probably buying, what is that? 4 32 gig sticks. So that's going to be easily $2,000 for your memory, pretty close. And that's if you don't buy the whatever those stupid expensive ones were. It's probably going to be close to $2,000. And then you can go cheap, right? You can go get your motherboard, get a really good motherboard for $400. Top of the line processor for another, what, $400. And then, I don't know, what else do you need? Your video card, but you probably don't need, I mean, I have a video card, but if, well, I already said get that one. So that's $4,000, 6. So right now to build a computer probably costs $7,000 or $8,000 to get the top of the line stuff. That's insane. I would never spend that. I could have $1 million in the bank. I don't think I'd spend $8,000 on a computer. I just wouldn't do it. I just couldn't convince myself to do that. It's I don't know. It just feels like a waste. I'd probably fall back to, I'd probably get a 4090 or 4080, you know, to kind of keep it. You know, the thing is, I thought I read somewhere that the 40 series video cards by NVIDIA were kind of crap. I thought I heard people saying they were kind of They weren't the expected upgrade. They were good, but it was like if you're going from a 30 to a 40, it really wasn't worth the jump. I don't know. That's what I seem to remember. It's been a while now. I mean, we're already on to 50s. So by now, as it is, I mean, you know, 60s will be out before I'm able to buy it. Or if I can get a publisher on my game, which is never going to happen if I don't get back to work. If I can get a publisher on my game to help me, I may upgrade some hardware because it just makes it easier if I can do stuff. Certain things are just necessary. I would love to be able to not be held up by hardware problems. But, that would be a small piece of what I need to spend. I need to hire some artists and people who can help me create, who, well, for one thing, can help me to replace or at least fix my AI images. I've got some decent images. I've kind of got the theme or the aesthetic I'm looking for in all of my characters that I've been building, but I don't have, like this image. If you don't look too closely, it's not a bad looking image. It fits the fantasy theme. It's got a football field. Don't look too closely. It's a crappy football field. But I want to change this. Okay, so I created this stadium that my game is going to run in. And what I want to do is create a 3D main homepage. Okay, so that will allow me to it's loading. Oh, my memory is so screwed up. Look, it's having trouble loading this. This is my stadium that I can. So I created this stadium. This is where the players are going to load. And I want to actually put that into the scenery. And and again, this is all stuff I don't know what I'm doing. That's kind of why it's been slow. And I haven't been spending a lot of time on it because it's kind of a graphics thing. I don't really need it to function right now. But I created this 3D home. Oh, God, I wonder if I need to generate. I wonder if it doesn't like the file names. It might not like. I may have to try a different file name. Someone who got what? A top of the end, top flight $8,000 PC with all of the fixins. All right, so I'm gonna say that doesn't work there. Okay, so I'm gonna have to, if I want this to work, I'll have to change the path, but I think that'll be fine. Okay, so if I go here, I'm going to try and fix this. It doesn't like something about this image. Docker, I think it doesn't like this path. Let's see if this is my... Oh, God. I can't type on here without a keyboard. I need to put a keyboard on this machine because this is a pain in the tush. All right, so we're going to go here. Delete there. And we're going to go delete, and we'll just put a dash. And backspace. What? It's not open another program. What are you talking about? You already said you can't use it. What's opened? What's holding it? Something's holding my folder open. Give it back. Stop it. Oh, there it is. There it is. I found it. Can't have that open. Go away. All right, so let's see if I can fix this again. All right, we're going to go back on there. Let's see if this will let me change it. I'm taking out all the spaces so that it stops complaining. Oh, I did that totally wrong. know. Maybe I need to take that out too. There we go. All right, so we'll click on that. Make sure there's nothing in it. There it is. Gotta delete that. You can't see what I'm doing, but basically what I'm doing is I'm trying to create a folder that Docker will accept as an image store. So because I want to put it on a drive that I trust. It's kind of an external drive, so if my computer melts down, like I said, I'm working with some old tech here, and I don't want it. I want to have I have a good, solid, well, I think, fairly reliable. Oh, I see what the problem is. Let me delete it. Why won't it let me delete this? There we go. Then go up one, select this guy, and hit select folder. Okay, so we did that. Let's see if now with a more clean, friendly name, it'll do it. I read somewhere Docker had problems with spaces and parentheses and all that crap, so I'm hoping that was the problem, and I took them all out of the name. If this doesn't work, then Docker is dumb, because it says, hey, change the image path here. So I change the image path, and it's like, oh, it can't do it. It's like, why not? So let's try it again and again. I don't like the image. I'll delete all the images. I delete all the containers. I deleted everything. It's empty. It's like I just started Docker. I just set this image path. Nope, can't do it. So I said, all right, so I fixed the name. But it's taking really long. All it has to do is say, hey, I don't have anything here. Let's just set it. But it's still having problems. So I don't know. I don't know what its problem is. And it's on the computer. It's not even going through the network. I'll tell you, man. So, Mike, this is your first time here, right? No. So, I got to ask. You stopped by, you saw me jabbering away. What was it that brought you here? I mean, is it just because you saw some guy streaming, you wanted to stop by, say hi? Is it because I'm developing a game? Is it because you're interested specifically in the game? I'm just curious, because I'm always wondering what brings people by a live stream. I mean, I can understand if you're like doing comedy. You know they're there because they're funny. I'm not really funny. I mean, I got my moments, but I'm not like a comedian by any means. I don't have one of those nice accents that brings people around just so they could hear you talking. Which, you know, hey, that exists too. I've seen plenty of people who have that. And then there's of course people who are interested in what you're doing. Now, of course, that's, you know, because I want to get this game out and I want to get people in who are interested in what I'm doing. That's, you know, kind of the goal, right? I mean, I don't care who comes by. I love to talk to whoever wants to stop by. But I am just kind of just curious the things that, I don't know, attracted a person to come by and go, yeah, I'll go say hi to this guy. Is it because of what? So, hey, if you're so inclined, let me know. I don't know why that's being like that. It doesn't work on mine either. All right, so the Docker idea of changing the image location apparently doesn't work because it's just not going to let me set it. It's just not going to do it, man. It's uninterested in working correctly. It says applying settings for like 5 minutes, then it goes, no, can't do it. But thanks for trying. All right, so what I was going to do, and this is why, So all this Docker stuff, which is Docker is, if you don't know, is environment host, right? So you can create these containerized, they're containers that hold your environments. Like I could have a dev environment, a test environment, and a prod environment, which I'm going to use a service called ngrok that will create a fixed IP path to the prod environment. This will allow me to let testers, or even eventually maybe my released version, run against a local Docker environment. And so basically it just gives it a tunnel that goes into that environment through your computer, allowing people to go play the game, and it'll just connect to the services and do what it's supposed to because it's going to have the right path. So I'm trying to get all that set up. And that's what the Docker is, trying to make sure everything is working. You know, I've got the builds all working, got the images creating, they're all compiling and running, which is great. It doesn't mean my game's ready to go, but it does mean it's ready to be available. It's waiting. It's everything I do from here on out should just go into the system and deploy and be ready for the next iteration. It also means I'll be able to do stuff like put a build on my phone, and whenever somebody goes, so what are you doing? I can just swap on over to my Docker environment or my app. I can load the app and go, all right, let's toggle it over to prod and demo it to people. Or even over to test or dev or whatever one is a valid current version. Because I may eventually have a version in prod that is, you know, always going to be a little behind the one that's in test or the one that's in dev. Dev is like the most current, but it's also going to be the most, theoretically, the most broken, I guess, because you're actually working on it. You're changing things, updating. And once that's solid, then it can deploy to test, and then I can run it. And that's the one that's going to go to prod as soon as it's ready to go. But I have to have all those environments ready for the system to work. But it failed again. It does not like green eggs and ham, or the folder I'm giving it. I can't, for whatever reason, I cannot get it to change. It fails every time, and it doesn't tell me why. There's no error. It just says failed to make update. I wonder if it's something I can do if I pause it. You know, just turn it off and then apply and restart. And I don't know why does it even think I have a disk image? I don't understand why it even thinks I have a disk image. Oh, gosh darn nabbits. Oh, then I gotta delete this again. Did it not? Did it disappear? I'm trying things over and over and over again because I'm insane. You know the rule. Insanity, the definition. Keep doing something over and over and over, expecting it to give you a different result. Now, granted, I am actually doing different things to try to get it to work, but that doesn't guarantee squat, right? So anyway, but you can see I'm still having problems. I mean, it's because Docker is running and it's just sucking up all my stuff. And I hate it. I hate being at the mercy of my computer. This is why I don't stream every day, by the way. I need to have fluid running processes, and if I can't even run my own thing, I've been typically working between 8 and 10-ish hours a day for the last ever, except Saturdays, and probably Fridays I'll work 8 or 9 hours. Saturday I don't work, but maybe a few hours, because Saturday's my day off. I take the Sabbath off. I'm not Jewish, no, but I believe there's a reason for the Sabbath, so I take it off. And yes, I believe Sabbath is Saturday. The Catholic Church moved it to Sunday, and there's nowhere in the Bible that says, "Hey, move it to Sunday. Why not?" No, that's not how it works. They had this delusion that they're smarter than everybody else and they can move it to Sunday, and they did, and everybody said okay. But unless you're Jewish, in which case you ignore the Catholic Church because they're not Catholic, and they just acknowledge it on Saturday. And so do I don't know if you ever heard of Seventh-day Adventists. They also believe that Sabbath is Saturday. And by the way, Sabbath means guess Saturday. So it's the seventh day. I know, nobody wanted a Christian education. Okay, a church education. I throw that stuff. I jump off the rails, man. I'm all over the place, and I am Christian. I will throw stuff out every now and then. I don't expect anyone else to follow along or believe or whatever. We don't have to get into that. I'm just saying that's me, and I will occasionally make references, say things that are related to my. As you might notice if you're ever here when I sign off. It does look like it's still going to blow up on me. It's not, even when I stop the engine, it does seem to still be uninterested in successfully changing the image. I don't know if there's something I need to do that's different, but I may have to just select a different location, which I was hoping I could go to the same spot and build it, but nothing works. I will be right back. How's it going there, girl? Bouncy bounce, bouncy bounce. Look at you go. Look at you go, crazy woman. Crazy woman, what do you do? Holy moly, whoa, look at you go. You're silly. You are a silly puppy. Stop it with the biting, though. You gotta stop that. You know I don't like that. You should know that by now. Okay, here's a life tip. Don't run 7 miles and then sit down for hours on end. Don't do that. That's bad. Just saying. Something to think about if you're ever... So what I need to do is figure out oops, no. What the heck? What did I do? Why is it compiling? I didn't even change anything. All I did was click on some... What the heck? I didn't do anything. I believe the app is fully running, by the way, or fully capable of running right now. I just don't. I'm trying to do a thing, trying to do too many things. Apparently, I can't get anything done when you try to do too many things. I'm at 11.25 frames, 9.63 frames. It's because Unity's now running. See, that's what I'm talking about. I just have too much going on. And OBS just hates it when I'm doing stuff. And I don't have that many things running. I mean, I have Discord, but Discord don't take any resources. Nothing of significance anyway. So there are so many people dropping games now. I had Discord open because I went to go look at it, but to see if it was doing anything, I don't know, intensive. But people are dropping games at crazy rates these days. It's like, how are they? A lot of them are AI, vibe coded stuff, and most of them aren't very good. It's hard to know though when a game fails because it's not very good vibe coding or because it's a good game that people just don't want to play. I mean, you don't know short of trying them out yourself and going, ugh. I am picky. I tend to like pretty high caliber games. And therefore, I'm worried that that's going to interfere with my own design. Like I'm going to keep trying to upgrade stuff and keep trying to make it better and better and better, better, better. And I'll never finish it because I'm one person trying to do too much for the game. I gotta keep trying to focus myself on the things that are necessary to make it progress to the next step and actually get done and out, and then I can upgrade over time with upgrades. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to do that. Huh. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna have to bail on that idea. I don't have to figure. I'll have to figure out how else to do this. I may have to just download the code. I wasn't thinking I wanted to. I was thinking, hey, it'd be cool if I could just set the images onto a shared location and start it here, be up and running. Don't have to do anything. I don't have to deploy nothing new. I could just deploy it from here and it'll show up and work over there because, but so much for that thought. Um, and I'm not sure I'll be able. I have to go. Yeah. I gotta get a keyboard on here. I can swap my keyboard from this computer. I need to do I had a switch on it at one time, but the switch was flaky. I was like, I would try to switch my keyboard to the other thing and it wouldn't reconnect to the different things it was attached to. So I'd set it in one place and it would just like not come back. So I finally just decided, screw it, I'm just going to move it when I need it. I mean, it's just a USB cord that goes from one USB strip to the other and it connects because one's attached to the other computer. But then it's like, I don't know. It's just, I was trying to see if I could fix my frame rate problem while I was online. But as you can see, it's just wasting time. So anyway, so let's go ahead and see if I can get this thing going. Where was it? Where's the thing I'm working on? We got to put it somewhere. It's right here. Use environment panel. Okay. For values, it needs local, dev, test, prod. It needs to have a serialized settings that I can put in the current path, current port to each so that I can start the application and run it with that environment. This needs to be a panel that shows up before anything else runs. So the very first thing in app initialize. After selecting the setting, will need a continue button. I wonder if it'd be better just to set 4 buttons. Just click the one I want and it goes. That's probably better. Because then it's like, what do you want? I just, you know, actually I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm not gonna use a slider. Four buttons. Local dev test prod. It needs to have serialized settings that I can put in the current port to each so that I can start the application and run it with that environment. This needs to be a panel that shows up before anything else runs. So the very first thing in app initialize. After selecting the setting, after selecting the environment button, the panel will hide / deactivate, and the app will start as normal, but against that environment. Here's a problem. I got to decide how I want to do the database, because obviously each database is going to be slightly different. They're going to have different stuff. So each environment could be different data. So perhaps we need to drop the database. If selected environment. Perhaps we add the environment to the session data. Oh, nope. We'll let it do that. Okay. I don't know, man. I am having mega frame drops. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to sign off. I need to figure out why I'm having such crappy frame situation. And I think I got to get off. I got to get Docker on this other machine, which means I got to download the app, which I think right now I'm not even running. I don't even have GitHub over here. No, I got to have GitHub over here. At least I would think I do. Manage workspace trust. What the heck does that mean? You are in restricted mode. Code is in restricted mode intended for safe code. Configure settings. What? Trust. Why am I? That is dumb. I don't even know what that is. What the heck? Why am I in? How do I even get into a restricted mode? How did that happen? That's not a thing. J? I'm on J. Oh, I don't need, oh, I see. It's already on there. Oh, that's fine. I think I might just go add folder and then I'm going to go ahead and add, where's J? GitHub? That's not J. That's H. J. There we go. So yeah, I think that's it. Recent task. My code will work locally. All right, so we got a couple of things going here. Black box. I don't know what that is, but I'm pretty sure I don't want it. I don't know. Black box. Was that a? I think that was a. I want to say that's. Yeah, I think black box was just another Claude code kind of thing, and yeah, I'm not doing that nonsense anymore. So we're gonna get rid of. Wow. Yeah, we're gonna drop some stuff. Boy, this thing is in bad shape. It's been a while. A lot of stuff has deteriorated on VS Code since I last did some of this. VS Code Proto migrate. What is that? Okay, so this has got to go. I don't know what that is. Well, I'm gonna have to do all kinds of nonsense. I'm hoping I can just do what is it? Tidy, so that it gets the latest stuff, or even do a node updates to get the stuff I need. There is so much junk on here. So much junk. It's not even funny. This is old. I mean, I put a lot of stuff on here. And I did that because at the time, I guess I have to clone a repository. I don't think I have anything that I need to worry about. Can I browse it? Okie dokie. What's the problem here? Thought I got rid of that. I think I have to restart my app. Is it thinking about stuff? Oh, it wants me to do passkey, which I don't think I have a passkey. Now I don't know where. I don't know where. Authenticator app. Do I even have GitHub on my authenticator app? There it is. And then I bring this up again. And you're being done. Go away. Okay. Think I'm back up and running on this computer. I don't know. It's gonna have a lot of stuff. It's gonna have to rebuild or reconfigure. So it did log in here, so that's a thing, but it's not. Okay, well, I gotta go. I gotta go fix some stuff. I'm too distracted. I'm not able to stay on task. And plus I'm probably boring you out of my mind because I'm not doing anything. I'm trying to fix stuff. So if you're checking this out, great. Let me know what you think. Don't be too mean though.